Lasermate. Eject. Operation. Channel intro.
Hello fellow YouTubers, WWC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to viewers new and old, and today I'm doing part 4, I think, of ranking all 290 plus Ninjago characters, excluding crystallized characters. This list doesn't cover that, and since that season doesn't have a full release yet, which LEGO actually put up the first 12 episodes the other day, and then they took them down. I believe that was an accident, but I can't help but wonder, why does LEGO hate Ninjago fans so much? Why are they making it so hard for us to watch the show? Thankfully, there was someone who was just very generous and was willing to download the episodes and put them up on Google Drive, so that's greatly appreciated. So, either way, if you've been seeing these, you know how this goes. I have love, really like, just fine, don't really care about, could use some work, who, and kill them now. And, just preface, there were a few Vermilion. I put them in just fine last time for some reason. I bumped them down to don't really care about, because I don't know why. I put them there before, but they're there now, so. And, as I said, I try to keep this within the area of about 15 minutes, try not to go too much over. So, let's go ahead and get into this. We started off on Season 8 last time, and now we're on to Hutchins, who I do think I want to put in like, yes, we didn't see much of him, and they were kind of trying to play it up like he was potentially the bad guy, and LEGO even, in the sets, they even had him with the bad guys for some reason. It's weird that he even got a minifigure, because he was only in the first 2 episodes. He was cool, though, I guess. But, again, we didn't really see too much of him, so I can't say much about him. My mask is giving me a really hard time today for some reason. Then we have the Emperor and Empress, who, honestly, I just had to put them in just fine. Pretty sure they were carrying people, but we didn't know him very well, and I know it's the same for Hutchins, but at least we got to see him in action a little bit more. It's sad with the Emperor and Empress, though. They took Rumi in, and she basically killed him. Pretty disturbing. Man. I don't know what is going on with my hood today. I don't remember who this guy is. Was he a guard? Putting him in who, because I don't know who that is. We have Kyo. I had to put him in like... Yeah, he was kind of generic, big guy, but he was voiced by Gary Chalk, so that gives him an edge. And he was alright as an antagonist. Mr. E. Big time wasted potential. I'm putting him somewhere in, like... Because the thing is, he was originally supposed to be Echo Zane. That was the idea, but they realized they couldn't do that. They realized they couldn't have him be Echo Zane, because that wouldn't have made any sense when he revealed himself to Zane, because Zane technically shouldn't have known who it was. Forget Decoded. Decoded is not canon. I don't like Decoded. Yeah, I thought he was cool. I was bummed that Garmadon just ripped him apart, but I guess they couldn't have him rip apart like someone who was flesh and blood. This is still supposed to be a kid's show. Still's a little disappointing because I like those silent characters. Ultraviolet is a tough one. She's annoying. But she is also a real threat, so I think I'll have to put her in fine. That's really all I can say about her. And then, as usual, we get to the generics. Don't care about them at all. Yeah, didn't realize how many of these guys there were. We get to the Stone Titan. Not much to it. It's not a character. I'll have to put it in just fine because not a character. It's just a drone. It literally is a drone. It doesn't have any sort of sentience. It's just controlled by whoever has the power. Alright, now we're getting into Hunted. Still my favorite season. And we have Faith. I really like Faith. I think she's really cool. It was certainly a surprise reveal for who Heavy Metal was. And it's kind of a shame we don't have a minifigure, just regular Faith. We only have Heavy Metal. One of the many minifigures I'm still waiting for LEGO to do, hopefully at some point. Although I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, this is old news by now. But I'd like it if they did it at some point. But it probably won't happen. I really like her. She's cool. Jet Jack. Okay, now I'm being a little more generous here because I kind of like the ideas that they had going for the hunters, the dragon hunters. So I'm putting them in just fine, at least. Got Chew Toy and Daddy No Legs and Muzzle. Yeah. And these other guys are kind of going and don't really care about. What was it? The slot machine one. What was his name? Like Arcade or something like that? I forget. He was kind of a cool idea. And then we have Iron Baron. Who, yes, he was kind of a placeholder villain, but I thought he was pretty cool. I'll put him in like, just because again, he's not the greatest villain necessarily, but I still thought he was pretty cool. The top hat, I just liked the style they had going for him. And he probably had one of the most brutal villain deaths, because when the dragon kind of melded him together, he survived that. And then probably suffocated. So, not more intense of a death. We have Firstborn. Firstborn's cool. Again, not much to her as a character, but she's still pretty cool. So I'll put her in like the first Spinjitzu Master, the one who started it all, one whose face we don't even see. I'll put him somewhere in like, because again, we don't really see him that much, but he is cool. Obviously, he started this whole thing, but again, don't know him too well as a character. We saw where he was really respecting Loy for all he had done, but again, aside from that, not much to him. Omega. March of the Oni. Kind of a letdown of a season. I don't think it's bad by any means. I still think it's a pretty good season. There's some really good moments in it, but it's still a letdown because it was just all that exciting build-up, and it was just in 4 episodes. And that's how I feel about Omega. He's such a cool and intimidating villain, and we hardly got to see him in action. So, honestly, I might have to put him in could use some work somewhere in this area. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but again, I think he's really cool, and that's why I'm so upset that he got robbed of what he should have gotten. It's a shame. Okay, now we're getting into Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu. Oh boy, I'm really looking forward to doing one of these. Lil Nelson. Obviously, we met him back in Skybound, but I like him. I do like him. He's a good kid. Yeah, we haven't seen him that much, but we know he has a good heart. He'll probably grow up to be a hero one day. As long as he can stop breaking every bone in his body all the time. We have his mom. I'll put her in fine. I don't really know her, but she seems okay. Antonia. I do like her too. You're not among the best characters, but I still like her. She probably has potential too. Then we have this kid. Don't really care about him, to be honest. Or this kid. Then we have Jake, I think. I'm just doing this out of respect. I'm probably going to put him in. Really like the kid who motivated Kai, because he was a real big fan of Kai. And I'm doing this because this kid was apparently based on a real kid who just passed away last year, unfortunately, who was a really big Ninjago fan. So I had to put him in that spot just to give him respect. And he was a good kid too. Clutch Powers. I know I'm not alone in this. I hate him. Kill him now. I loved the original Clutch Powers movie. I watched that thing so much when it first came out. It was amazing. It was a Lego show where characters actually talked, because Legos didn't really talk much before that. I was so excited about it. And then I remember all the way back in season 1 when Cole mentioned Clutch Powers. And I got all excited about the idea of him crossing over with the show. Then I found out it was actually happening. He was actually going to become a part of Ninjago, and that was really exciting. We were even getting a minifigure of him. And then he came onto the show. And I didn't even want the minifigure. They ruined him. This is just like what happened with Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, where they completely ruined the character. Because he's a quitter. When would he be like this? He's nothing like how the original used to act. I hate it. I just can't stand that they've done this to him. I don't want to see him in the show anymore if they're just going to keep doing him like this. Very, very mad about that. Alright, then we have his assistant. Don't care about him. This guy, I don't like him at all. Kill him now. He drives me crazy. They have some of the explorers who, honestly, in Seabound, we saw what they're pretty capable of, and they seem like they're kind of decent fighters. They don't run away like chickens like Clutch Powers did. So, and they're still not great, not amazing. They're going just fine, but they're decent. I kind of like them. Isphira. Probably my least favorite Ninjago villain. I just did not like how she was handled. She just felt kind of generic and one-dimensional. But given that she's appearing in Crystallized, I'm going to put her in could use some work for now, because maybe they'll redeem her as a villain. Maybe she'll become a better villain. At one time I would have put her in and killed him now, but just because she's appearing in the new season. It looks like they're kind of doing some interesting things with her. She's going and could use some work. Alright, then we add the rest of the snake guys. Don't care about them. At all. Excuse me. Was it King Mumbo or something like that? Mamba? Was it Mamba? I don't know. Don't care about them. Alright. Last one I'm going to do is Sorla. I like her. I'm going to put her in like, I think. Didn't really see her that much, but she was pretty cool. Wise old woman of the village. She helped Nia a lot. And Kai. So that was pretty cool. So, once again, everything we've done so far, and all we have left to do. And suddenly not looking so insane. Although I did manage to do this all in like one night before, so filming it as video shouldn't be that bad. So, but anyway, that's how I feel about these characters so far. And as always, please be sure to comment down below what you think of them, and let me know if you're another person who's really mad about how they ruin Clutch Powers. But anyway, until next time, as always, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.